We used to shop with a purpose. Now most of us wander in. That quiet shift is exactly what the stores are counting on. Careful folks a generation ago had a clear mental list when they walked into any discount store. They knew which aisles were worth stopping at and which ones would eat their money without giving them anything real in return. The shelves were simpler, the choices were fewer, and that actually made it easier to shop smart. Today, a store like Dollar Tree has grown into something far bigger and more complicated, and the gap between the genuine bargains and the genuine junk has grown right along with it. Dollar Tree now operates roughly 16,000 locations across the United States and Canada, and since its 2021 price adjustment from $1 to $1.25, the calculus on what actually saves you money has shifted in ways that are not always obvious when you are standing in the aisle. I have spent more time in Dollar Tree than I care to admit. Not because I had to, because I wanted to figure this out properly. I have watched folks fill their carts with things that ended up in the garbage within a week, and I have watched those same folks walk right past items that are honestly a stronger value than anything on the shelves at a big box retailer charging 3 times as much. I have gotten it wrong myself. I have come home with things I should have left behind, and I have occasionally talked myself out of a purchase I later wished I had made. Here is the honest myth I want to dispel right up front. The idea that dollar stores are either a complete gold mine or a complete waste of time. Neither is true. The stores that tell you everything is a deal are not being straight with you. But neither are the folks who say you should never shop at a dollar store at all. The real answer, as it almost always is, lives somewhere in the middle, and it takes a little knowledge to find it. What I want to do in this video is give you that knowledge in plain terms. By the end, you will have a clear, specific list. 10 things at Dollar Tree that I think are genuinely worth picking up, and 7 things I think you should leave on the shelf no matter how tempting the price looks. You will walk in knowing more than the store's merchandising team wants you to know, and you will walk out having spent your money on things that actually deliver. If you want the companion guide, a printable list you can take right into the store, that is in the description below. I will not mention it again. Let me start with the items I genuinely like. These are the ones where the quality holds up, the value is real, and the savings compared to the alternatives are meaningful. Number 1 is greeting cards. This is the one I always lead with, because it is the most straightforward win at Dollar Tree and one of the most overlooked. A standard greeting card at a pharmacy or a grocery store runs anywhere from $4 to $7 now. At Dollar Tree, most cards are $1 or just over. The cards look the same. The sentiments are the same. Nobody who receives a birthday card from you is going to check where you bought it. If you have grandchildren, nieces, nephews, or friends spread across the country, and most of us do, the card budget alone can quietly drain $50 or $100 a year. A family that sends just 20 cards annually, birthdays, holidays, get-well notes, saves between $60 and $100 a year by buying here instead of at a Walgreens or a Hallmark store. Buying cards here instead just makes sense. It is one of the clearest, cleanest wins in the store. Number 2 is aluminum foil and plastic wrap. These are basic kitchen staples, and the Dollar Tree versions work perfectly fine for everyday use. I am not talking about heavy-duty foil for the grill. For that, you want a stronger product. But for covering a bowl in the refrigerator, wrapping leftovers, lining a baking pan, the Dollar Tree foil and wrap do the job without complaint. Paying $3 or $4 at the grocery store for something you can get here for $1 or slightly more is just leaving money on the table. A household that goes through a roll of foil every 6 weeks or so is spending close to $30 a year at the grocery store on something that costs under $10 for the same period at Dollar Tree. Number 3 is cleaning supplies, but I want to be specific. Not all cleaning supplies at Dollar Tree are equal. The basic ones, glass cleaner, general purpose surface spray, toilet bowl cleaner, tend to be perfectly serviceable. The active ingredients are the same categories of chemicals used in the name brand versions. Where I would urge caution is with anything where you need a specific concentration to be effective, like a heavy-duty disinfectant or a drain cleaner. For everyday surface cleaning and light bathroom work, though, the Dollar Tree options are fine, and the savings add up quickly over a year. A bottle of glass cleaner at a grocery store runs close to $4 for the Windex name brand. The Dollar Tree equivalent handles windows, mirrors, and countertops at a quarter of that price, and the streak-free result is genuinely comparable on any surface that is not heavily soiled. Number 4 is gift bags and wrapping paper. This is similar logic to the greeting cards. A gift bag at a department store or a specialty shop can run you $3, $4, sometimes $5. The gift bag at Dollar Tree is $1, or close to it. The tissue paper is $1 for a full pack. Once something is inside a gift bag, the bag itself disappears from memory almost immediately. There is no reason to pay a premium for it. Number 5 is reading glasses, and this one surprises some folks. Dollar Tree carries basic reading magnification glasses, the kind you might keep at the kitchen table for the mail, or by the recliner for the newspaper. I want to be clear, these are not a substitute for prescription eyewear, and if you have a complex prescription, this is not the answer. But for basic reading magnification, the simple +1 or +2 or +2.5 readers that help you read a menu or a medicine label, Dollar Tree's glasses work reasonably well. The frames are not fancy, and they are not built to last for years of daily hard use. But as backup readers to keep in a drawer or a bag, or to leave a relative's house, they are a practical and inexpensive solution. Foster Grant readers of a comparable magnification sell for $12 to $15 at a pharmacy. Keeping 3 or 4 pairs of Dollar Tree readers stationed around the house costs the same as 1 pair of the pharmacy version, and you never have to wander room to room looking for them. Now, before I move on to the next item, I want to tell you that the item coming up at number 8 is the one I feel most strongly about. It is the one that surprises people the most, and it is genuinely the place where I think the savings are hardest to argue with. Hold on for that one. Number 6 is party and paper goods, plates, napkins, plastic utensils for gatherings. If you are hosting a casual family get-together, a holiday meal, a birthday party for grandchildren, the Dollar Tree paper goods are completely appropriate. They are not the heaviest or the most refined, but for a backyard barbecue or a children's party, they do everything you need them to do at a fraction of what the grocery store charges. Number 7 is seasonal and holiday decor. This is a category where Dollar Tree consistently delivers. Autumn decorations, simple Christmas ornaments, small Easter baskets, 4th of July table items. The quality on these is often genuinely comparable to what you would find at a craft store at 5 or 10 times the price. The key is to shop seasonally and pick up pieces that are simple and classic rather than trendy. Simple wreaths, small wooden signs, basic candle holders, these work well and look just fine. A comparable small wreath at a store like Hobby Lobby or Michael's, even at their frequent 40% off sales, still runs $8 to $12. The Dollar Tree version at $1.25 does the same decorative job on a front door or an interior shelf without requiring any justification. Number 8 is the one I promised you, and it is this: basic kitchen tools and gadgets. I am talking specifically about things like measuring spoons, small strainers, vegetable peelers, and basting brushes. These are items that get lost, wear out, or break, and most of us have replaced them at some point. At a kitchen store or even a discount retailer, A decent vegetable peeler runs you $3 or $4. A set of measuring spoons can be 5 or 6. At Dollar Tree, these same basic tools, which do the same job, are $1 or just over. The quality is not professional grade, but it does not need to be. For everyday home cooking, these tools perform exactly as they should. This is one of the places I think the value is most clearly real and most clearly underused by older shoppers who have not thought to look here. A basting brush from a kitchen specialty store like Williams-Sonoma can run $15 or more. The Dollar Tree brush applies butter to a pan or sauce to a chicken with exactly the same result. Number 9 is storage and organizational items. Small bins, baskets, and trays for drawers or shelves. The quality varies more in this category than others, so I look for items that are simple in design and not expected to hold heavy weight. Small wicker-style baskets for a bathroom counter, plastic bins for a junk drawer, trays for organizing a kitchen drawer. These work well and look tidy. The ones I avoid are anything with moving parts, like drawer dividers with springs, or bins that look like they will crack if you look at them wrong. Keep it simple, and you will be fine. Number 10 is candles, particularly the simple, unscented, or lightly scented varieties. Dollar Tree carries pillar candles and jar candles that work well for everyday use. I would not use them for a formal dinner table centerpiece, but for a bathroom, a bedroom dresser, or an outdoor space on a summer evening, they do the job. The scented ones vary. Some are pleasant, some are overwhelming, so I tend to buy unscented and appreciate the simplicity. At $1 or just over for a candle that burns for several hours, the math works. Now let me move to the 7 items I would leave on the shelf. These are the ones where the price is low but the value is even lower, and in a couple of cases, the concern is actually about safety rather than just quality. Item to avoid number 1, vitamins and supplements. This is the one I feel most strongly about in the avoid column. Vitamins and supplements at any discount store, not just Dollar Tree, carry real questions about potency, freshness, and manufacturing standards. The regulatory oversight on supplements in general is lighter than it is on prescription medications, which means even brand-name supplements require some trust. At $1 price point, that question gets louder. The FDA does not test dietary supplements for safety or efficacy before they reach store shelves, and a 2023 study published in the journal JAMA Network Open found meaningful variation in actual ingredient levels across supplement brands at various price points. For something you are putting into your body every day, this is not the place to cut corners. Spend the extra money at a pharmacy or a reputable health retailer and buy something with a good track record. Item to avoid number 2, electrical items and phone chargers. Dollar Tree sells charging cables, small power strips, and various electronic accessories. I would avoid almost all of these. The concern is not just that they may stop working quickly. It is that low-quality electrical items carry a real risk of overheating, damage to your device, or in rare cases, something more serious. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission has issued recalls on discount brand charging cables multiple times in recent years, specifically for overheating and fire risk. A charging cable is not worth saving $1 over. Buy your cables and chargers from a known brand or from the manufacturer of the device. This is one place where the cheap option genuinely costs you more in the long run, one way or another. Item to avoid number 3, sunscreen. The effective protection in sunscreen comes from specific active ingredients at specific concentrations. $1 sunscreen may list those ingredients on the label, but the concentrations may be lower than what is required to deliver meaningful protection, and questions about stability over time add another layer of uncertainty. The American Academy of Dermatology recommends SPF 30 or higher from a broad-spectrum formulation with verified active ingredient concentrations, and at a dollar price point, there is simply no reliable way to confirm you are getting that. Sunscreen matters, especially as we get older and our skin's ability to repair UV damage slows down. Buy a product with a known formulation from a brand with a long track record. Item to avoid number 4, kitchen knives. I see these in Dollar Tree sometimes. Small sets of knives or individual kitchen knives at a very low price. The problem with cheap knives is not just that they dull quickly, though they do. It is that a dull knife requires more pressure to cut, and more pressure means a higher chance of slipping and cutting yourself. Emergency room data consistently shows that dull knives cause more lacerations than sharp ones, precisely because of that extra force applied. A good kitchen knife that holds an edge is a real safety tool in your home. This is not the place to economize. Item to avoid number 5. Off-brand, over-the-counter medications. Similar logic to the vitamins. Dollar Tree does carry some name-brand OTC medications, and if you see a name brand you recognize at the right dosage, that is a different conversation. But the store brand or off-brand medications, pain relievers, antihistamines, antacids, often have shorter shelf lives, and for someone managing a health condition or taking other medications, consistency in what you are putting into your body matters. Your pharmacist is the right resource here, not a discount shelf. Item to avoid number 6. Cheap batteries for important uses. Dollar Tree batteries are not worthless. For a television remote, a clock, or a small toy for a grandchild, they are probably fine. But if you are talking about batteries for a smoke detector, a carbon monoxide detector, a hearing aid, a medical device, or a flashlight kept for emergencies, do not buy discount batteries. Energizer and Duracell both published data showing their alkaline batteries outperform generic alternatives by meaningful margins in high-drain devices, sometimes delivering twice the runtime. The cost difference between a name-brand alkaline battery and a discount battery is small. The performance difference in a critical moment is not. I keep good batteries in the important places and use the cheaper ones only for low-stakes items. That is the sensible line to draw. Item to avoid. Number 7. Plastic food storage containers. The concern here is not just durability, though thin plastic containers do crack and warp quickly. The bigger issue is that lower quality plastics, particularly when used to store acidic foods, when put in the microwave, or when washed repeatedly in hot water, can degrade in ways that are not ideal. Research from institutions including Harvard Medical School has noted that plastics not specifically certified as BPA-free and microwave-safe can leach compounds into food under heat stress. For actual food storage, I would rather use glass containers from a reputable brand, or at least a plastic container specifically labeled as microwave-safe and BPA-free from a manufacturer I know something about. And I want to pause here just briefly, because if you have stayed with me this far, I appreciate it. This is the kind of practical, no-nonsense breakdown that I think is genuinely useful, and if you want to stick around for more of this kind of content, this is exactly what this channel is about. We are building a community of folks who want to make smart, careful decisions with their money and their time. If that sounds like the right crowd for you, joining us here is the easiest thing in the world. Just hit subscribe below and you will see more of this kind of video as we put it out. Let me bring this all together now, because I think the real takeaway from this video is not just the list. It is the mental model behind it. The folks who do well at Dollar Tree are not the ones who assume everything is a deal, and they are not the ones who walk past the store assuming nothing in there is worth their time. They are the ones who have a short list of categories they trust and a clear sense of where the corners are being cut. Greeting cards, basic kitchen staples, wrapping supplies, organizational items, seasonal decor. These are categories where the savings are real and the quality is good enough. Anything you put in your body, anything electrical, anything tied to your safety or a medical need, those are the places to spend what it takes to get something you can count on. The stores are designed to blur that line. The cheerful packaging, the broad aisles, the sense that everything is a bargain, that is a merchandising strategy, not a promise. And there is real money to be saved if you know which side of the line you are standing on. Here is what I would suggest you do this week. Write down the 10 categories I described as worth buying, and the next time you are near a Dollar Tree, take 5 minutes to walk those aisles specifically. You do not need to fill a cart. Start with the greeting cards and the wrapping supplies and see how that feels. If you have a specific seasonal need coming up, a birthday, a holiday, a family gathering, the gift bags and party goods are the next logical stop. This month, think about whether any of your everyday cleaning and kitchen supplies are running low. If they are, the Dollar Tree versions of those basics can stretch your household budget in a quiet, consistent way over the course of a year. That is how the old-timers used to approach this kind of shopping, not as a single shopping trip, but as a habit built over time. There is no fancy system here, no app to download, no membership to buy, just a clearer picture of what is worth your dollar and what is not. And now you have it. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you found something at Dollar Tree that surprised you? In either direction, a find you were not expecting, or something you bought that did not hold up. Share it down below. Your experience is useful to everyone else watching this. And if this kind of practical breakdown is useful to you, you might want to watch the next video we have coming. It covers a similar approach to another store category that most seniors are quietly overpaying at without realizing it. That one is worth a few minutes of your time. Thank you for watching. Take good care of yourself and spend carefully.